Welcome back to the studio. I'm Joe Archie, comic book artist and creator of Blue Phoenix. So today we're talking about 5 reasons that you should make a comic book right now. This is for any artist of any skill level. You might say, Arch, I can't make a comic. It's just me. I don't know anything about it. I need a writer, a colorist. No, you can make a comic book. That's the great thing about comics, is that anybody can make one. I made my first comic book all by myself, and you can too. The great part is you don't need any pro materials, anything like that. You're gonna need paper and you're gonna need a pen. That's it. That's all I'm asking you to grab. It's probably laying around the house right now anyway. Not this paper. This is notebook paper. I didn't have any printer paper, but yeah, use printer paper. I'm assuming that you're an artist right now, so you probably already have some materials. You have the drive to make art. Now this comic book, you don't have to show anybody. Don't worry, how good it looks, how professional it looks right now. Just make the comic book and keep it in your desk or whatever you want to do with it afterwards. You can make this story about anything, just have a beginning, middle, and end. You can make it about a grizzly bear scratching his ass on a tree and coming back with, I don't know, rug burners. I don't know bears and why they do what they do, but I'm telling you to just make the story about anything, or get a friend who's a writer. There's a lot of people out there online that just write for a hobby. Say, hey, I'd like to turn one of your scripts into something. If you absolutely need a writer and you can't think of any stories, just get a friend help you out. Now I want you to fit the story into 8 to 10 pages. That's it. That's super easy. It's not even a full-size comic. Now if you don't know the first thing about making comics, you know what you have? You have YouTube. You're on it right now. Go search any video, how to make comics, how to make a short comic, how to write. Anything that you're gonna need is here on YouTube. I recommend, if you're serious about this, I recommend buying some kind of basic book on it. You don't have to spend any money, but one book that I do recommend grabbing is this one, Making Comics by Scott McCloud. And this book basically has everything that you're gonna need. Another book that will help you on your way to making this short comic is this one, Stan Lee's How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. It's a great book. Kind of shows you the basics, stuff that you'll need. If you don't know especially that much about comic art, grab this, look through it, and it will help you as well. Ask for help. If you run into a problem and you can't find the answer, just ask somebody for help. Ask me. Comment down below and I will be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Now it's time for the top 5 reasons to make a comic book. Let's get into this. Number 5, you will have a complete project under your belt. Now that's important for artists, I believe, because a lot of artists just kind of make a picture here and there. They kind of draw something, or they'll draw some fan art and post it online, get a couple likes. It really organizes your training as an artist to do a complete project, and it's something in your mind that you say, that's a complete project that I made and it's done and I can hold it. It's not just a sketch that I'm just gonna forget about. This is a complete project that I can look at anytime, and I can see where my art was before I started it and where it is after. Number 4, the best pages and or panels can be used in your portfolio. Every artist should have a portfolio, unless you're super famous. Even then, they all have a place that you can go and see just their art, and it's a good idea to have a portfolio online for people to go look at, that you could point people to. Every time I tell someone I'm an artist, they want to see some examples of my work. Of course, you're gonna want to do that. You say, I make the best, I make ice cream. They're gonna be like, give me a lick of that ice cream. That's probably a bad example, but anyway. Number 3, you will be forced to learn new things. Now this is very, very important as an artist, because a lot of people will just draw the same thing over and over again. They're gonna say, I'm gonna draw Batman, and I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again in my same style. It's gonna be great practice for an artist, and it's gonna help you grow to have to learn new things. Like, say, I don't know how to letter this comic. Well, you get on YouTube, or you get a book, whatever you got to do, and you learn how to letter, and that'll give you, you know, something else that you know how to do. I know making my first comic, I learned a ton of things that I wouldn't have normally learned. Even if you watch YouTube videos on making comics all day, you're not going to learn some of these things, or they're not going to get, you know, drilled into your head. So something I learned how to do, which you're not going to learn until you actually make a comic, is layouts, like page layouts. Even later, if I want to make, say, just one drawing, I'm a lot better now at finding the exact angle that tells the story, because every picture has a story. Things like that will help you to grow as an artist. If your goal is not to make a comic book that will see print, but you just want to improve, you just want to grow as an artist, this will help you. You're going to draw things that you thought you'd never draw, and you're going to have to find references, and you're going to have to draw them, and that will teach you a ton. Like drawing a certain cityscape from a certain angle, or drawing, you know, somebody drinking out of a cup. You're not gonna usually do that, and that's gonna help you grow as an artist. Number 2, it will give you more confidence in your art. When you have that project in your hands, it's completed, you have a lot more confidence than just drawing some random image. You know, that it's gonna give you that 8 to 10 page comic is going to give you something that you can be proud of, something that you can hold, and something that you grew from, even if you never show anybody. Learning and growing is actually the biggest confidence booster, because you know more, and you're a little more experienced after that one time you drew a comic. Number 1, the number 1 reason to draw a comic book right now, it will improve your art a lot. You're going to do a lot more drawing in that short amount of time than you would doing random illustrations or random fan art. There's everywhere from 3 to 9 to however many panels in each page that you put in them, and you have to do a little drawing for each one, and that is going to improve your work. This is going to be an exercise in sharpening your skills. It's going to give you a lot of practice. It's going to force you to draw a lot of things that you wouldn't normally draw, and by the time you're done with it, I guarantee that you'll have learned something. You'll have, you know, even if it's just one thing, you'll have learned something, and that something is going to help you in the rest of your art. It's going to help you in whatever art that you make right now. Even if you're, you know, painting flowers, I guarantee it's going to help you be able to see things and put things in perspective, to see things that you wouldn't normally see. It's like training for a fight, you know, it's like Mike Tyson training for a fight, throwing all those punches. You have to just draw to get better. That's the only way you're going to get better, and that is the main reason really to draw your own comic. I want you to make this comic and make it with the idea that you're not going to show anybody. So yeah, tell me what you come up with. Tell me down below in the comments if you're going to make your own comic. I would love to see it. I would love to help you with it. If you have any questions about it, you know, comment down below. I read all of my YouTube comments. Tag me on Twitter if you do. It's at @gothic_arch. Tag me on Twitter with your questions or your work. I would love to see the project that you come up with. I won't show anybody. Don't worry, I won't tell anybody. I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with. You know, share this video with someone who might need to see it. Maybe a struggling artist saying, I'm not growing, I'm plateauing as an artist. No, make this comic book. Grab 10 sheets of copy paper, grab a story, make a story, and just, you know, go to town, go to work. This is going to help you immensely, I guarantee it. Leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.